Kayaditi here. It's time for Homestar Runner's All Holes in One at Bub's Discount Mini Golfs. Alright, hole 1. To the left, this line right here goes right to the hole.
Amazing! I'm buying you a pizza.
Same line got me the ace in game twice already.
That was amazing! I'm buying you a pizza.
A zigzag ace just for fun. So this one's just going to the left. I haven't decided which way I prefer as far as consistency in game. I feel like this one kind of caught the wheel maybe a little awkwardly and therefore might not be super predictable.
I'm buying you a pizza.
So this one got me the ace in game and has nearly gotten me that ace at least 3-4 different times. So I just wish it was a little more predictable about getting all the way through. So we'll have to see. On 3. I like this one. There's some grass right there to the left. Go right towards that. There's a nice big dot on the floor. Right there. Don't hit it too hard. That pace is definitely going to change how it banks, but it goes right around really nicely. Ah, the hill. So if it climbs to the very top of that hill, it'll have enough oomph to actually go to the hole. But of course, it's got to go where the line is going to be exactly right and the pacing's not going to go over. Like, it is so not worth it in game. But it sure is a pretty ace. The corner's ace. So this one just catches both corners right there at the bottom of the ramp on each side. Another one I don't try in game. Ah, 4. So this birdie just cracked me up in game. Just kind of clobbered it over there. It was a see what happens, you know, whatever. And it ended up right there.
Hey, you got a thing inside another thing. That's sports.
So the idea is to avoid the death hole. But also, this hole's a good example of watch the pacing. There's a lot of holes in this course where it's like, hit it softer than I think. And this is one of them, where I'll get in there and then just forget and hit it too hard. So there's some marks on the floor, but it really is a very medium kind of pace. Don't hit it as hard maybe as you think, or at least as hard as I think. And a crazy one for fun, just to take a whole tour around the death hole. I'm going to try to get the death hole from every other tee in here, see if I can make that like the hard course holes in one. So somebody really wants to try to recreate that bit of chaos. There you go. That's where it was on the floor. All right, this one straight up and through, harder than it looks. That's the line as far as the picture there and kind of where you're wanting that ball to go for the ace. So this one tends to hit under that word, the ER there. Notice that one hit under the like little foot of the R. And this one, a different game ace, is under the E, well, right in the middle, kind of the bottom of that E. So pacing is really changing how that's going to get around the corner. Again, there's another one, bottom of the E, did the same thing. And that was the game ace as well. So this one, I was aiming at that piece of grass over there, different marker to look at, a little more banking, but a different kind of path for those who really like something closer to aim for, but it shaves that edge really close. 7 definitely took the longest. So this is what I was doing most of the time. There's a spot on the ground, behind that TV. and then would hit that pole a certain way. But notice it goes to the right of the hole every time. Like it was, I did it so many times and I'm like, this is not fluctuating. It keeps going to the right. I kept hoping to get a little bit of a fluctuation that would finally drop it, and it just would go the same route every time. I'm like, forget it. Time to try something else. So trying lots of other things. I'm like, okay, maybe I can knock it up off of that, or heck, this rock that's way the heck over here. Not so easy to hit the rock consistently, but I'm like, okay, I did hit it quite a number of times, so there's the spot for that. And it would go, like, it could have gone in if I'd have worked it enough. But this crazy thing, first time I aimed for that particular spot on the bush, because I had been trying things on the bushes over there. But the very first time I did that spot, it does this crazy, unrepeatable thing and goes in. Isn't that the way it is sometimes? But yeah, very first time I aimed there. And then it did this whole thing off the bridge, so I mean, you know, this is useless as advice for anything. As so much of my stuff is. But it sure is fun. So the thing about 8 is that is going to be a slow roll in because it will bounce back out. Just don't hit it too hard. Just ease on in there.
That was amazing! I'm buying you a pizza.
This one's funny because it is literally the skin of his teeth. It just barely got in there. Cracked me up. 9. It's like, well, we'll try to go kind of use the side of the bridge to bounce it back around, but straight over did seem best. Watching the pace because it does bounce out the back pretty easy. So just wanted to kind of gently get over the top. Definitely wanted that one. I was like, all right, there's got to be a way to pop that in there. I didn't think it would pop up so clean and straight though, but it sure did. All right, 10. So this was the first ace I got. I was like, okay, this is the first round I'm thinking of. You really kind of have to risk it being off the green there, but this is definitely the path to go with and how I do it in game because this works so great. So up here to your left, these panels up here, you're aiming for the one there that there's no nail. You're not seeing the shadows. It looks weird. You want just past that with the right oomph that it hits it, and then it bounces down and does not tap the hill. See here, it's going to tap out here on the regular green. That is what's keeping the line straight to the hole. Even if it doesn't go in the hole, it almost always just sits right next to the hole. It does not go out. Part 11. Yep, just aiming towards the hole and hoping it will bounce back towards it. Maybe dunk in it sometime. That's a little mark if you'd like to see a splotch on the green. And in game, that is the way it landed. So that is my go-to. But for a side one, you could bank it in that way. And there's just a close-up for where I'm going off the ramp for that one. So on 12, the left ace, that's where I hit it, and it did bank around nicely. Kind of just past that grass over there. Now for aces to the right, you can see it's going to go just past that grass up there This one you have to hit with a little oomph. This is the hole where I'm like, okay, but this one you have to hit a little harder than you think. So this ace was just before the grass, but this is not one that's very repeatable because it actually goes off 2 of the legs of the grill. But I just thought that was a really fun one. 13. I do like that this has a good consistent approach using the shadow that is on the ground there. So you can see kind of the point in that shadow. I don't know why I'm showing a little to the right. It really is more the point of the light there, and you'll see it better later. But to the left, it was the point of the shadow that would get back in there fairly consistently. And then to the right, right there, you'll see it's also the point of that shadow. And again, this is a little bit of a gentler pace than I'm usually thinking, because when I hit it hard, it does that, which also not bad about. But that one can still go out, so softer is better. So there's that left shadow again. So yeah, just pick a left or right point to the shadow. 14. This one took a little bit to get. So I'm kind of looking at that line of shadow coming off the blue tower before it, tucks down towards me. And I'm just showing this over and over and over because hitting it that way, when you get that pace down, just gets around the corner. Even when it's kind of hitting in a number of different ways, it stayed over there. And so if one can get that pacing down, it really can consistently put you near the hole. So that one's banking to the left. So an ace going to the right. There's a lot of things it can hit on the poop pile to make it change trajectory and what it's doing. So it's pretty hard to do anything predictable here. But I'm just showing, it's always a little over in that shadow, and it did go in. It gets over in that area a lot. And so this was a left ace. It's amusing because apparently I get in here so much. I had actually gotten one of these aces and forgotten and went and did it again. And I don't know which one of those aces I got first. I have no memory of having done it before I did it the second time. Ridiculous. That was a fun game eagle to get. Just it had the nice long putt on it. But just showing those are the holes you do not want. You want the one that's at the back. It does not always ace.
That was amazing! I'm buying you a pizza.
16. Took the second longest after 7. This birdie in game. I was like, come on. Of course, if it had done that in game when I'm not really thinking about it after all the time I put in on it, I'd be like, excuse me?
Yeah, that's a great board!
Alright, so you can try to skull bounce it to get it all the way back there in 1 for a birdie. You could try to tuck it through the trees where it might bounce back there and also set you up for a birdie. None of this is terribly consistent. The root system, if you can catch it just so, will hit it each way and put you back there also. Again, not consistent. None of it. I can't do any of it consistently. It's just not that simple. The ace did happen, taking it through the trees off to the left, and then just putt and pray, Please do something awesome. All right, 17. Yeah, you could try to go around, but we are going to put that ball into the engine of this car. It is a gentler kind of putt than you think, because it will bounce right back out of that engine. Yeah, I had just a great game going. I couldn't believe how many aces I had in there because I hadn't got to play the course all that much yet. So very exciting. I feel like I can add a few more to that. Well, I mean, really? Really? Come on. So rude. Holes like this, you're just like, ah. It's giving 16 from Laser Lair. So I did get it from tee on the second try in game. So got me an eagle. I was like, dang it. So, an ace off the sign, that is what I'm going to do in game. But there's some aces jumping the track in different ways just to pop it up and off the track. I may play with that some just to kind of see what it does. But of course, easier to catch the track and mess up than have it go wrong just aiming for the sign. Yeah, the thing with this one is it's got to go up and hit that hill on a way to pop it over, or you're definitely not going to get the line you're looking for. A little hole in fun on this one. So here is hole 3 from 11. And just for fun, let's do hole 3 from 12. Just definitely wanted to ring some of these trees. They're just asking for it. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope everybody's having fun with the new distraction pack. I watched some Homestar Runner back in the day. I was a big Trogdor fan. But even not being super familiar with it, I have laughed out loud quite a lot on this. Please subscribe if you haven't. Huge help. Likes and comments, super helpful. And we'll hope to see you on the green.